Okay, and your name, please?
Jill Duval.
Duval, okay.
Little.
Okay, all right, and, council takes a date scheduled for arraignment pretrial in this matter, and add to the arraignment.
Your Honor, she was sent equal charges, weight of all of those charges.
Or await the formal reading, enter plea of not guilty for purpose of the arraignment and as to the pretrial.
Thank you. Your Honor, I discussed this with Mr. Carmen. I've also discussed this matter with Mr. Wall to review the police reports and all of those police reports. It's my understanding that in return for a plea of attempt to retail fraud, a more serious charge of retail fraud would be dismissed. I explained to Mr. Wall the constitutional rights, I explained the rights to the trial, the rights to the attorney, as well as the other constitutional rights that she may be waiving, would be waiving by entering this plea. That, Your Honor, it's my understanding she does wish to avail herself of this plea.
Is your client still on probation for the matter out of the first district court for retail fraud?
They didn't say I was on probation. I mean, I don't have to check in with anybody, but I do still have community service that needs to be done.
So despite your client's criminal history, the prosecutor offered an attempt on this matter?
Once you read the report, Your Honor, that's why you offered it. And Mr. Carmen and I did discuss your extensive criminal record, including a number of.
So the reason it was reduced to an attempt, it was because she admitted to it?
No, Your Honor, there was more to it. The items never left the building. She never left the building. They were put into her purse in an attempt to leave the building. And for that reason, that I believe that this would be more appropriate. I'm sure that's what.
Please raise your right hand, ma'am. You solemnly swear from the testimony about to give this matter the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
And you heard the plea that your attorney placed on the record, correct?
Yes.
As the amended charge of attempt retail fraud, how do you plead?
Yes.
And you've gone over your advice of rights with your attorney, correct?
Yes.
And you understand all of those rights?
Yes.
You also understand that by entering into a plea, you'll be waiving some of those rights, specifically your trial and appellate rights.
Yes.
You also understand the possible penalty as a result of your pleas, correct?
Yes.
And has anybody, and knowing all that, you don't want to enter into a plea?
Yes.
Has anybody promised you anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to enter into a plea?
No.
And counsel, if you can please ready your client.
Thank you. Mr. Wall, back on February 1st of 2023, did you enter into the fabulous fines in the city of Riverview?
Yes.
And while you were in the fabulous fines in the city of Riverview, did you go through the store and take clothing off of racks and go into a dressing room?
Yes.
And did you take that clothing that you've taken off the racks and then place them into a purse or into some sort of a bag?
Yes.
And at the time that you did that, did you intend to take those items out of the store without paying for it?
Yes.
And the police came and discussed this matter with you, is that correct?
Yes.
So you never actually left the store, but that was your intent when you placed it in that bag?
Yeah.
And you told that?
Yes. Yes.
Defense is satisfied, Your Honor.
Court is also satisfied with the knowing, voluntary, and actually act of the court will accept your plea to the amended charge, dismiss the original charge per the plea agreement. Schedule this matter for sentencing on April 17th. Or actually, wait, hold on. April 5th. You're here that day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At 9 a.m. And then he has two bond counsel.
Your Honor, she is employed, as the court has indicated, she has a number of retail fraud cases. We asked for a personal bond in this particular matter, now that she's accepted responsibility, and also, of course, no return to the victim in this particular matter, as well as other standard provisions of bond.
tell you, counsel, I'm actually leaning towards prohibiting a client from going into any retail establishment. If she needs to purchase anything, she can purchase it online or have it shipped to her or anything like that. Because quite frankly, man, you have a problem with taking things without paying for them. So that's what the court's going to do. The court's going to indicate a $5,000 personal bond. You're not to have any contact with Fair Use Fines employees. You're not to enter any retail establishment, anything. Not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed. You're to have a GPS tether so that we can make sure you're not going to go into any retail establishment.
Your Honor, that's only in the city of Riverview, is that correct?
No.
Your Honor, I believe that's somewhat right, only from the fact that that is truly a violation of her right to travel to other cities and to other establishments.
She can go to other cities. She can't go to any stores. She can go to any stores. If there's something that she needs to purchase, she can purchase it online. So we can make sure that she's not going to be stealing anything.
Your Honor,
She has a problem. She has a problem. Her criminal history suggests she has a problem. She's acknowledged she has a problem. I haven't heard anything about her having any counseling for that problem or anything of that nature.
I was gonna say, I just completed, Your Honor, I just completed a shoplifting class online.
When did you complete that?
I don't know the date, last week sometime,
And when did you begin that class?
last week sometime. It was just it was a 4-hour, I don't know, you know, it was like a 4-hour, answering questions
And so what did you learn from that?
that I'm doing wrong, definitely. I
It took that class for you to learn that?
I'm sorry,
It took that class for you to learn that?
I don't know.
There's clearly something deeper, ma'am, than a 4-hour class. That's why I said that I haven't heard anything about you going to any therapy or counseling for that.
Not therapy or counseling, no, I haven't been.
Yeah. Well, counsel, your client lives in Monroe. This occurred in Riverview, and there's other cities in between. Your client's criminal history would suggest that it's not limited to one city. So what I'm trying to do is protect the public from her taking of items that she doesn't pay for, that don't belong to her.
And I understand
The
that.
other way I can accomplish that would be by jail.
I understand that, Your Honor. However, so beyond that, obviously, she's learning her lessons, she's taken classes. I would only suggest that tether would be appropriate, but I would not suggest that the banning of her entering any establishment in the state of Michigan, for lack of that term, is appropriate. There are times where you cannot just go into a store. I mean, does that mean that she cannot enter into Myers? So,
Yes,
so
you can order it online. She can have her groceries delivered. There's ways that all that can be accomplished.
Your Honor, that is true, but if you are doing that, then what you are also doing is adding to the costs that she would have to do, even to buy simple groceries. And I think that clearly,
What's the added cost for that?
I don't know, Your Honor, I don't have my,
There isn't, there's not much of an added cost for groceries when they're through Instacart or shipped or whatever it may be.
but again, Your Honor, I only indicate that I can see, you do clearly have the right to ban her from every place in Riverview and Wyandotte, that was the jurisdiction. I'm not quibbling with that. However, Your Honor, as you've indicated, she lives in Monroe. They have her on probation, right?
Yeah.
And they're.
No, she said she wasn't on probation.
I guess until May 7th, but I haven't talked to a probation officer or anything, and nobody's, when I'm.
So while you're on probation, now you're stealing from a store while you're on probation for the exact same offense.
Yeah.
Okay, no, my bond conditions are what they are. If it's something that can't be complied with, then we'll have to figure that out at that point. If the tether unit has an issue, but I'm not saying she has to go to Wayne County Jail, wait for Wayne County Jail tether, it can be through EMS tether. So, that's the order of the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so just wait a few moments, ma'am, so you can get your bond conditions, as well as then you have to go over to probation to, for your pre-sentence investigation. All right, thank you. All right, and then we